Hi, my name is Donna Curtin. Welcome to Breaking Weight Loss Barriers, where we break weight loss barriers and make weight loss dreams come true. Today is Weigh-In Friday. I am here today to let you know how I'm doing with my weight loss journey thus far, and I will share one aspect of my soul searching that I had to come to terms with. When it comes to weight loss, since my last weigh-in on April 9th, week 14 of this year, I lost 4.1 pounds. As of today, I weigh 255.1 pounds. My total weight loss since my beginning weight this year is 23.3 pounds. It's been difficult losing weight and keeping it off, but I am managing to lose weight and keep it off by way of constantly working at making sure to adhere to the many dietary changes that I have made that are necessary to improve my overall health and that ensures weight loss and weight loss maintenance. However, sometimes I lost confidence in myself as I tried to juggle all the dietary requirements that I must follow to improve my health and to lose weight and keep it off because I'm no expert about nutrition. But what I came to realize over the last 3 weeks as I was soul searching is that I underestimated the knowledge that I possess on the subject of nutrition and fasting, that I had built up anxiety within myself about not possibly reducing my weight enough to make it out of the 250s. I really didn't think that I was competent to achieve self dietary and fasting care to get out of the 250s alone. So, several weeks ago, I felt the need to take some time off the air to come to terms with the best dietary path that I must pursue to overcome obesity and obesity related health issues. So, I consulted with a nutritionist about my nutritional goals to reverse obesity and to heal my dietary related diseases. And I sought her opinion about aiding me with devising the best dietary and fasting plan that will help me to reach my dietary and fasting goals. As a result of the consultation with the nutritionist, I was surprised at her response to me after she asked me to tell her how she can assist me. So I told her that she can assist me with my fasting and dietary planning. Up front, she informed me that she was totally against fasting because fasting is a form of starvation. And she referred to the Minnesota Starvation Recovery Experiment, which was a clinical study performed at the University of Minnesota between November 19th, 1944 and December 20th, 1945, where the investigation was designed to determine the physiological and psychological effects of severe and prolonged dietary restriction and the effectiveness of dietary rehabilitation strategies. The primary objective of the Minnesota starvation experiment was to study in detail the physical and psychological effects of prolonged famine like semi starvation on healthy men, as well as the subsequent effectiveness of dietary rehabilitation from this condition. Among the conclusions from the study was the confirmation that prolonged semi starvation produces significant increases in severe emotional distress and depression, and that participants exhibited a preoccupation with food both during the starvation period and the rehabilitation phase. And then she stated that much of the experiments of fasting were done on rats, not humans. So there is nothing that she can assist me with pertaining to fasting protocols because it's a form of starvation and there is no benefit in fasting. So I shared 3 sources of where she can get information about the benefits of fasting, which will make a great read. I refer the nutritionist to the Journal of the American Heart Association, where she can read a journal titled Blood Pressure Changes in 1,610 Subjects with and Without Antihypertensive Medication During Long-Term Fasting, which concludes that long-term fasting used in the study is a safe and well-tolerated approach to normalize elevated blood pressure in subjects with and without antihypertensive drug intake. Next, I referred her to Dr. Jason Fung's book, The Complete Guide to Fasting, Heal Your Body Through Intermittent, Alternate Day, and Extended Fasting, to ensure that she will get well-rounded information on the topic of fasting, particularly that fasting is not a form of starvation. And then finally, I referred her to read The Diabetic Solution by Dr. Richard Bernstein, where he promotes a low carbohydrate dietary eating pattern for type 2 diabetics, which includes intermittent fasting to aid the diabetic in lowering their blood glucose level with or without the use of insulin. The nutritionist's final response on the topic of fasting was that she has a lot of reading to do about fasting, and she recommended that I consult with Dr. Bernstein and Dr. Fung for more information about fasting because they are better informed about fasting protocols than she is. And then she said that she has a lot of reading to do. So then we went on to discuss the best dietary solutions to resolve my dietary related diseases, such as chronic obesity, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, and we discussed dietary options that aim to avoid painful attacks of my gallbladder due to gallstones. And finally, we discussed options to prevent the formation of kidney stones and how to get rid of the kidney stones that I do have. Again, the nutritionist surprised me at her response. She stated that she doesn't see where she can be of any help to me with dietary information because, based upon our discussion, all the dietary information that we talked about, she sees that I already know basically everything that she had planned to talk to me about. So I told the nutritionist that I really needed her help because I felt incompetent with my dietary care and that though I have some knowledge about nutrition, I find it difficult to juggle the application of such information within my dietary routine to care for my own dietary planning. She then told me that you are not incompetent. You are well informed of what to do with your own dietary care to resolve your health issues. So there's nothing I can further do for you. She further said, actually, I got more out of this visit than you did because I got a list of reading material that I have to read pertaining to fasting. At that point, I assured her that the visit was beneficial to me also in that I received validation that I have the answers to my health issues and that I must, with confidence, apply my dietary knowledge to resolve those health issues. And then, as I still felt a level of incompetency of how to execute a dietary plan that will address all my health issues, I asked the nutritionist that, based upon my medical information, which diet is the best for me to improve my overall health. The nutritionist replied, it doesn't matter whether you follow a vegetarian diet or not. You can get protein from a plant or animal to meet your protein needs. It's all a matter of personal preference. However, whichever diet you do choose, let it be one that meets your nutritional requirements. Nearing the end of my appointment with the nutritionist, I asked her, should I set up my next appointment with her or with the receptionist? The nutritionist said, you don't need to make another appointment with me because there is nothing that I can do for you. However, I insist that I needed to visit her again soon because she is a great help to me. Deep down inside, I felt a sense of incompetency of going it alone to care for my own dietary care because juggling the many dietary intake restrictions seemed complicated and time consuming. Also, at that moment in time, I felt that I needed to be validated in knowing that I am on the right track when I develop and follow a personalized dietary plan to aid a healthy weight loss that meets my health needs. And I felt that the best way to get that validation that I needed to succeed at meeting the challenge of my own dietary needs was to have a nutritionist to consult with on an ongoing basis. And so I was given a follow-up visit. And so the main takeaway from visiting the nutritionist is that my lack of confidence is a weight loss barrier of which I had to work on resolving. Therefore, to overcome the lack of confidence, first and foremost, I will no longer underestimate my ability to apply my dietary and fasting knowledge to perform self-dietary and fasting care to resolve my own health issues. Having had a nutritionist consultant on hand as I needed, who validated that I am well informed dietarily and competent to execute my own self-care to achieve improved health, gave me the confidence within myself to develop and follow a dietary plan that meets my health needs. So, to meet my own health needs, I prefer to use the Dietary Guidelines of Americans 2015 to 2020 and any new version of those guidelines as they are produced to personalize a dietary plan that meets my individual dietary needs. And so I will develop and adhere to a personalized dietary eating pattern, which consists of a low carb, low fat, low sodium, and low cholesterol dietary consumption to resolve my health issues. And my diet will contain fruit, vegetables, dairy, protein, grains, and healthy fats. Taking the time out to soul search was beneficial in that I made time available to consult with a nutritionist about my dietary concerns. And during the visit with the nutritionist, I got validation from her that I am competent to execute self care dietarily, which gave me a boost of self confidence in my ability to develop and follow a dietary plan that meets my current health needs. In addition, in taking out time to soul search, I had plenty of time to focus on which dietary eating pattern I can live with over the long term. Another great benefit of the time out to soul search was that I have established a nutritional support base where I can consult with a nutritionist about health concerns as needed. And the greatest thing that I have taken away from the soul searching is that I finally realized that I know the answers to implementing nutritional and fasting needs. Therefore, I no longer lack the confidence to succeed at reducing my weight to get out of the 250s. So, moving forward during the month of May, my goal is to reduce my weight to get out of the 250s by the end of May and to maintain the accumulated weight loss. So, let's see what can be accomplished with a little confidence in oneself. We're now at the end of the session. Thank you for watching and listening and subscribing to this program. And most of all, thank you for being here because it gives me a sense of accountability and that keeps me motivated to press onwards on the weight loss journey. So, you are a great part of my weight loss journey. Thank you again. And so now, if this program is inspirational to you, please return for more inspiration. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. So I will talk to you again on next Weigh-In Friday. And until then, remember, what we do today will pay off tomorrow. May we all achieve our weight loss dreams together. So be it.